Hey guys, I'm Kyle with Lone Peak. We're gonna do a little Q&A here. On our trip, we've been talking to a lot of local installers, and they've mentioned there's a lot of people that have gotten burned on promises that have been made by new startup companies that never fulfill on what they say they will. So let me tell you a little story. I started about 12 years ago with a company called Rhino Camera Gear that my wife and I started out of our garage, literally. We crowdfunded the whole thing with 8 different Kickstarter campaigns, raised over $1 million in crowdfunding funds to bootstrap the company. And along the way, we learned a ton of valuable things. We learned how to start up a company, we learned how to scale. We sold over 20,000 sliders in the past 12 years. We got into 32 different Apple retail stores and learned a ton about business, sourcing, manufacturing, supply chains, the whole deal. So we are not new to business, we're not new to manufacturing, we are not new to supply chains. We're bringing all of that experience to Lone Peak Overland and the Lone Peak Camper. So there are still risks at hand, and I want to go over those with you. All right, so what you see behind me is a prototype. As soon as I'm done with this roadshow, I'm getting back to the computer, redesigning from the ground up everything. It'll look the same, but we've learned a lot through building this up. And we have a lot of work ahead of us to scale this product. There's so much interest in this thing that we have to be able to execute at a high level to ensure that we can fulfill the commitments that we're making. So one of the big risks that we're foreseeing right now is the scale of the company we're trying to build. Our price point combined with the features that we're offering and the roadshow where we've been getting a ton of feedback from you, there's gonna be a lot of demand for this thing. So how do we meet that? Well, for my prior company, the operations manager is joining me on this new venture, which is awesome. He's gonna be actually running the shop where we're cutting material, CNC routing all the panels out, drilling, tapping, assembling, and shipping to you. So I have an amazing partner with me on this journey to ensure that the demand that we receive will be met. Great question about supply chains. There's no doubt there's been a ton of pressure on supply chains. We've dealt with this with my prior company by having backup suppliers for every component. So if one supplier can't meet that demand, we can fall back on another. This strategy is going to be implemented with Lone Peak Camper to ensure that we can meet the demand and ship campers and install them for you. For those of you guys that want to get down to brass tacks, what does the actual next 7 months look like from the time that you place your order to when we start installing and shipping campers? So as soon as we get back from this trip, we're launching the product, we're accepting reservations, and I'm getting back to work designing the CAD and implementing the 40-something changes that I have to make sure that this camper is freaking awesome, that we can assemble it to scale. Shortly after that, I'll be measuring the 74 different bed sizes that we're offering to ensure that we have a proper custom fit to make sure that all the water and dust won't enter your camper. We'll receive our final production sample, build it up just like we did with this one, and as soon as that is approved, we place our production orders. Those take about a month to 2 months to actually get to us, and then we can start fulfilling your orders and installing and shipping directly to you. So those of you that have watched the prior CAD video where I shared the vision of what we're building before we actually had the prototype, my rooftop tent and my rack literally got sawn off my truck and stolen, windows all bashed out. You guys know the story. So from that point on, I spent the next 6 months designing this thing, building it. It's been a crazy journey for me and my family personally. And getting to come on this road trip with my buddy Michael for the past week, we still have another 5 days to go, has been a huge gift, honestly. I mean, we've gone through Salt Lake, we've gone through 2 locations in Denver, met with amazing installers in Santa Fe that do crazy travel suspensions, down to San Diego. It's been amazing. And one of the biggest things, honestly, has been the passion that you all have for overlanding and adventuring. And that's got me so excited to build this company. You know, it's been a lot of work. There's a lot of work left to do, but with you guys behind me and you guys helping us build this company, I mean, there's a lot to come. There's a lot of new products. I got to focus on this one first, execute on this product, get it out to you guys. But the ambassadors that we're building, the connections that we're building, I am so excited to get into the outdoors, to venture further, to do things like this. I mean, we're in Alabama hills right now with the moon coming up over us with the campfire. Like, this is what we all live for, right? This is amazing. So I'm excited that you guys are on the journey with me. I thank you so much for trusting us. I hope that this video has given you some confidence in our ability to execute on the vision that we have for Lone Peak Camper. I mean, there's some people that are saying that we can't do this. And honestly, that fuels me to help bring this vision to life. So thank you for being with us. If you have any questions at all, please reach out, comment below, or email me personally at kyle@lonepeakoverland.com.